Well, we're about to seal the deal for you.
Yeah, we are.
Joining me, I'm Alice Carone. Thank you, because we are in the kitchen. And, you know, this is one of those great items that, if you've seen it on the infomercial, we got a great value here, because not only are we going to give you 2 of your SmartSealers, we're going to give you 4 of your AA batteries, we're going to give you 20 of your Foodgrade bags, and you know, it comes with an instruction sheet, but frankly, there's really not even a learning curve.
Not
it's
that
kind
tough.
It's a flat line, okay? It's a flat line on this
That's
one.
the bell curve.
It's $19.95. This helps you seal all of those packages rather than having to buy a separate bag. They've already given you
100%.
a great bag. Use the bag to reseal.
Exactly, and the SmartSealer was designed for one thing and one thing only. That's to save you money. And to Alice's point, here's what happens. Food manufacturing companies spend a fortune trying to figure out the best bag for their product so it lasts on the shelf the longest. So we get it home, what do? We open it up. Oops, the clock starts ticking. Air, moisture, bugs, sugar ants, whatever's going to go in there. So the solution is spin it and fold it, wrap it around, grab some ties, some twist ties, some clips, a staple gun, whatever. That might stop it from falling on the floor, but it's never going to save you a couple of bucks. So watch this, all right? All you're going to do with the SmartSealer, I'm going to show you how this works in a second. You're just going to press it together to engage it. You're going to hold it for 3 seconds, and then all you're going to do is you're just going to start on one end of the bag and very slowly run it across. Now you're sealing your food in the bag the manufacturer intended it to be in the first place. You don't have to buy my bags. You don't have to have a giant piece of equipment that sits on the counter. You don't have to plug it in. You don't have to figure out how you're going to use it. There it is, you guys. That's what we're talking about, recreating the original manufacturer seal on your food. And I know this is only $2, $3, $4, $5, but think about over the course of a year. You would never take $300, $400, $500, crumple it up into a ball and throw it in the garbage. But that's exactly what you do every time you do that thing where you go through the fridge, the cupboards, the pantry, and you just start throwing stuff out that's stale. And you can see this. It's so fast and it's so simple. And remember, in your package today, not only are you going to get your choice of colors, and 2 of them, and batteries, but you're also going to get the food grade bags to go with it. So if you don't have the bags of food came in, if you want to pop it in, that's terrific. You see that works? It's super easy.
It's so easy, so smart. Just think of the money that you're going to save. Think of the landfills you're going to save. Because you don't have to go buy separate bags. We're going to include some bags, but now this is about resealing bags that, frankly, exactly what you were talking about. You know how much they spend to develop? Like, for example, this little nut and chocolate that it came with. This is a thick, heavy bag. It has to be for them to transport it. It has to be so that it doesn't rip up on the shelf. So why in the world are you going to take this and then try and figure out how to seal this when you can't do it? Okay, you can't reseal it. So then you put it in another bag that costs you money, fills up our landfills.
Or containers.
Just containers. When all you have to do is run this along the top, you reseal it a matter of seconds, and you haven't spent an extra penny.
Now, let me show you how this works, okay? It's very, very simple. Now, first of all, it's got a magnet on the back, so this is going to live on your fridge or stove, anything metal in the kitchen. It's going to be there if you need it. It's not going to get lost in a drawer. On the other side here, just before we get to the actual sealing, you've got one of those cutters for those tough clamshell packages and bags that you've sealed. That's already included on there. Now, let me turn this over, and I'm going to open this up, okay? Here's how this works. I'm going to invite you back to grade 1 science class. There's a positive and a negative side. And what happens is when you touch these 2 together, there's no on-off switch. It's all automatic. When you touch those 2 together, it creates a small amount of heat, and that's what's going to seal the bag for you. Now, if you're wondering how good of a seal this is, now listen, it's live TV, I get excited, I go too fast sometimes, but I'm going to slow it down just so you can see this. Now, I want you to understand something, okay? The whole idea behind this is to keep out the air, keep out the moisture, keep out the bugs, keep out all of the elements that cause you to throw that food away before it's time. Every single time a bag of chips, crackers, cereal, brown sugar, icing sugar hits that garbage, it costs you money. Have a look at this. If you're curious about the seal, there you go. It's designed to keep all of those elements out. That's what it does. So let me show you this one more time, okay? Oh, by the way, moms, dads, grandparents, absent-minded college kids, the cereal's horrible. Look at this. You go back to this, and that's the worst thing when you pour out a bowl of stale cereal. And as soon as you open the box and you see that, you know what's coming. This is so fast, so simple. You know what? Those giant machines, you probably don't want your kids using those. You probably don't want the kids dragging that out and grabbing all the bags. But the SmartSealer is sitting right there on the fridge, right there on the stove. Everybody can use it. It takes seconds. After you're done with your cereal or chips or crackers, whatever it is you're going to use, guys, there you go. There's your seal. Everybody can do this, and every time you do it, it saves you money, Alice.
It saves you money, and you didn't, you know, sale is one thing. I got those little weevil things, those little brown bugs, you know?
Oh, I know it, right?
Oh my gosh, once you have had those, you seal everything, and you seal it
Is
tight.
that the truth?
Because those things can get in anything. It's crazy. Now you're going to have a way to reseal and reseal, and reseal it in an endless amount of times. That's the beauty of it.
Exactly.
So whether it's your marshmallows, maybe because you're going to bake some brownies and do a little peppermint or do some s'mores.
But you're not going to make 150 s'mores. No. You're going to make 3 or 4.
Right.
And you want those marshmallows to be great the next time you go back to them. So all you're going to do is you're going to grab your SmartSealer and watch this. You can see the air. The air is pillowing in there. That's sealed. It's ready. It's fresh the next time you need to use it. And before I skip over to the other table here, here's one of my favorites. This is one of the biggest culprits in my fridge. You know, we made the decision to start eating healthier. You know what? That ain't cheap. Fat's real easy. The problem with things like salad and stuff like that is this is only a couple of days fresh out of the ground. It's not wanting that air. It's not wanting that, you know, the air and the moisture to get at it. So as soon as you open it, you want to talk about the clock ticking. That clock is ticking. So the fold over or the spin.
Towards your salad soup.
Exactly, your salad soup,
Right?
exactly. Salad's a great one, I got to tell you, because these bags are $3, $4, $5 a crack. And what ends up happening, you take out enough to make enough, you know, for yourself, maybe for, you know, you and hubby, and you throw that in the fridge. 2 days later, you go back and it's all brown and gooey. Well, this is going to give you that opportunity. You can see the air in there. That's going to give you the opportunity to seal out the air, seal out the bugs, seal out the moisture. And I got to tell you something. When you start looking at all of the food that you're throwing out simply because it's going stale, start adding it up in your head. The fact that you get 2 of these and batteries and the resealable bags is it's off the charts. I mean, this is a fantastic product. I love this.
It is a fantastic product. We have a fantastic value on it today because what you're going to get is you're going to get 2 of these. What you're going to get is 4 of your batteries, and then we're even going to throw in 20 of your food grade bags. And you'll use those bags, or you may never even use them because, again, this is designed to reseal the bag that it came in. It is such a smart idea. It's great in terms of not only, you know, saving the environment, not having to use all those plastic bags when you don't need to. Reseal the bag it came in. They did this bag for a reason. This bag cost a lot of money, okay? And the other thing I like, too, is you still keep all the information, like nutrition information, so you can kind of go and refer to things. Sometimes it'll keep, like, a little recipe that's on there or directions or anything because it's in the original bag. That's what's smart about this.
Exactly. And I got to tell you something. You know, the sugar ants, the bugs, little black things you talked about, the roaches, the silverfish.
Or something like that.
They don't have very discerning palates. They don't care if it's your food or somebody else's. So birdseed, pet food, dog food, cat food, we roll it up, we stick it away. Guys, what's going to get at your food is what's going to get at the pet's foods, too. And I got to tell you, your cat and your dog like fresh food, too. Don't kid yourself. But even on thicker bags, I want you to watch this, okay? I've got my birdseed here. Even on thicker bags, SmartSealer works perfectly. You can see that. All you do is run it very slowly across, and now that bag is sealed too. So if you keep that in the garage, you don't have to worry about the bugs getting at it or anything getting into it. I'll tell you, I learned a great little lesson about sugar ants the other day. I'll show you that in a second. And by the way, those bags that you come with, I'm a traveler. I travel a lot. Here's one of the things that I absolutely love to use. I take one of the bags that came with it, I put in all of my shaving stuff, all of my bathroom toiletries, everything, and I just give it a quick run across just like that, because we all know what happens. At the airport, the baggage handlers, they do their thing, they squeeze it, the pressure gets to it, and that ends up all over everything in your suitcase. But if the bag is sealed, it takes you 2 seconds, you don't have to worry about it. SmartSealer works all over your house. It works the things you're storing in the garage, your fridge, your cupboard, and in fact, the freezer. Here's one of my favorites. My boy is horrible for this. You know, he loves waffles. Problem is, I go to have one after he's had 1 or 2 in the box that cost me $4 or $5, and all of a sudden, freezer burn, and it's stale, and you can't use it. Well, I want you to watch this. Things that you're going to put in the freezer, you want to keep that freezer burn off, keep the moisture away from it. Have a look here. Now, I don't care if you're 6 or 60. This is the easiest thing in the world to use. Just press it down, run it across. There goes your freezer burn. Now, this is going to taste as good as it did the day I bought it. And I'll tell you something. if you buy these and the little boy, little girl takes out 2, has those for breakfast, that box of waffles isn't 10 for $5 anymore. Now it's 2 for $5. I just don't go to a restaurant for that kind of money. Let's be honest here.
Exactly, because then they have to do the cleanup.
Exactly.
You can pick a color. We have red, we have white, we have the green, we have the blue. We also have the black. Again, we're including all of your batteries that you need for both of them. We're including your bags. This is a configuration that's really going to work for you, because if you want to keep one, share one, you can do that. If you want to give it as a gift, this makes a great gift. I love giving practical
stocking
gifts.
stuffers, I'm telling you what, 2 of them for that kind of price, including the batteries. You know what? Steal the batteries out of it and use that for the kids' toys you're getting at Christmas time. Whoever you're giving them to, they can buy their own batteries.
And
Look at that.
And lots of you ordering multiples right now. I'm so glad you really are getting this, because it just, when you stop and think about it, I love smart products. I love products that save me money.
Absolutely.
You know? Especially money I don't want to spend. I don't want to spend money on all those baggies and everything else. They made this heavy duty for a reason, to transport it, to seal it in the grocery store so things didn't get it. Now you're just going to use that and reseal it. It makes so much more sense than throwing this away, putting it in something else, and then throwing that away.
Exactly.
And it just doesn't make any sense. But I love also that I keep all the information on the original packaging.
Great point. That's a great point. I'll tell you what, who doesn't love making a sandwich with a little bit of green fuzzy film on it? I'm kidding, right? But that's what happens when you don't seal this properly. You take a couple of slices out, you know, guys do the little spin and fold thing, that doesn't work. You take the little paper clip, whatever you got. Guys, you got to get the air out. You got to keep the air out. You got to keep the bugs out. You got to keep the moisture out. Watch this, okay? No giant machine. You don't have to buy my bags. You're not married to my company forever. 1 1,000, 2 1,000, 3 1,000. If you can count to 3, you can use the SmartSealer. All that's going to do is it's going to allow those 2 contacts to touch each other and heat up just a little. And then what you're going to do is you're going to start on one end, and you're just going to very gently pull it right across. 6 or 60, 9 or 90, it makes no difference at all. Mums, dads, kids, grandparents, everybody can use this. And remember, when you're done with it, not only, look at this, not only have you kept the air out, now you're keeping the moisture out, now you're keeping the bugs out. And I'll tell you, if you live in somewhere like Texas, Alabama, Florida like we do, it doesn't take long for the humidity to get at your food. It's almost instant. This is so fast, so simple, so easy. Stop throwing away money. I said this at the top of the show. In a million years, you would never reach into your pocket, take a $20 bill, crumple it in a ball, and throw it out. But listen, every time you do that thing where you go through your pantry, your cupboard, your fridge, and you start throwing things out that the air has gotten to, that the bugs have gotten to, guys, even pasta, rice, oils. You go and you, what's that?
Candy.
Oh man, did I learn a lesson? I had a cough drop, right? I put it on my counter. The next morning, I'm like, is my cough drop's moving. Sugar ants. Oh my goodness, in a second. You know what? I'm going to show you this here too.
Awful. Cherry
cough drops. Here they are. You know what? These contain a bunch of sugar.
I didn't know that they got sore throats.
Good one. I'm going to steal that. Please don't be mad. Watch this. All you're going to do is you're going to run it right across. It doesn't matter what kind of food it is. It doesn't matter if it's something. If it's got sugar, if it's got flour, if it's got grains, the bugs are going to get at it. They want that. They crave it. Keep them away from it. Again, let me show you this, okay? It couldn't be simpler. Let me open this up. There's a tiny little button right here. Now, you're never going to have to worry about that. That's the auto on. When you close it, it pushes and it engages. Remember, grade 1 remedial science class. Positive, negative. Touch them together, it gets hot. It's that simple. Guys, this is not a complicated product at all. I'm going to hold that together, and let me show you this one more time. Even something like crackers. Guys, 2 days in the cupboard, uncovered, and crackers are done. They're absolutely finished. It doesn't have to be a pretty seal. It doesn't have to be perfect and lovely. All it has to be is sealed. So even simple things like crackers. Guys, why would you buy this? Just to throw it away, to buy it again. It doesn't make any sense. Take 2 seconds, create your seal. There it is. No bugs, no moisture, no air. Nothing's getting in there. When you want to grab that, that's the perfect crunchy cracker every single time. Stop throwing money away.
Right. Already 700 of you have ordered this in this presentation. It's a really smart product. It's a product that once you purchase it, you never have to purchase anything else again, except maybe batteries if you're using it an incredible amount, because these batteries are going to last a long time on something like this. So we're going to include for you the battery, so it's good to go straight out of the box. That's what makes this a great stocking stuffer. That's what makes this a great item that maybe you're going to keep one and share one. This is just one of those products that really is going to work and save you money and save us from using additional bags, additional storage that we don't need to use.
Exactly. You can see that. Not only does it seal it, it makes the cut for you. Run it right across and you've got a brand new seal. I said from the top of the show, Food companies have spent millions and millions of dollars to figure out the best packaging for their product. The second you open it, the clock starts ticking. You can put this in another bag, you can put it in a container, you can go ahead and do whatever you want to do with it. You can fold it, spin it, twist it, staple it. You can go ahead and grab food ties. Nothing is going to keep the air and the moisture out except recreating the manufacturer's original seal. That's what the SmartSealer does. And it does it without giant pieces of equipment. It does it without rolls of bags you have to buy over and over and over and over and over again, because what it does is it allows you to use the bag that the manufacturer intended in the first place. Guys, look at that. That's what we're talking about. Create that seal, save yourself some money. We got holidays coming up. Instead of throwing out 40, 50 bucks worth of food, buy me a present.
Right. How about some candy corn?
How about some candy corn?
Because you know what? I went to buy candy the other day. Is candy not crazy expensive?
Oh, I'll tell you what.
Oh, my goodness. Fortunately, we don't get a whole lot.
Everything's expensive when you have to throw it out.
Well, you know what? It's the truth. And we throw out so much. Use what you have. Use the packaging that it came with. I mean, the packaging that it came with is probably going to be better than the other stuff you buy. But if you've been using those, like, clothespin type of things,
exactly,
they don't work.
Guys,
have you discovered they don't work? They let the air in, they let the bugs in, everything goes in. Instead, just use the original. And especially, we're getting ready to use lots of brown sugar.
Right. What do we do with brown sugar? Oh, put a damn piece of bread in, grab that little bear that looks like sugar. Do something. You know what you do? Seal it. Seal it. You don't have to worry about it. And what's cool about this, even though there's sugar stuck on the inside of the bag, we've all dealt with brown sugar, the heat that's created by touching the negative and the positive together goes right through it, seals the bag, and watch this. I'm going to clap it on either side. You're going to see the air billow up. That's sealed. It's ready to go, you guys. That's what we're talking about. Taking the original manufacturer's bag and using it over and over and over and over and over again. Take a little cereal, seal it. Take a little cereal, seal it. Like I said, nobody likes to go for that box of cereal and it's stale. Nobody likes that stale cracker. Nobody likes any of that stuff. Even your candies and your chocolates. Remember, if there's sugar, if there's salt, if there's gluten, if there's wheat, if there's anything in there, the bugs want it. They're going to come get it, right? If you seal it, though, they can't get at it, Alice. That's the whole point.
If you seal it in its original bag, then you're going to have all of the information right on that bag, whether it's nutrition, whether it's the date you bought it sometimes, like with bread. I just kind of want to know when I bought it.
I love it.
I have my limits. All right, if you want the white will be the first to sell out. We have red, we have green, we have blue, and we have black. Comes with your batteries, comes with 20 bags, and it comes with 2 of these. So it's a really nice
Very
deal.
good.
All right.
Yeah, right.
Good idea.
Nice one.
Thanks.
I love it.